week 2, day 6. This is going to be another interval workout. So you're going to set your timers for 10 seconds rest, 50 seconds of work, and 12 rounds. We're going to do 4 different exercises, 3 times through. First exercise is sandbag squats or just regular squats. So for those of you starting out, feet are going to be hip width apart. You're going to keep your weight on the heels of your feet, not the balls of your feet. You're going to sit back, come down to a squat, and come up. So again, those of you starting out, just going to do a regular squat for your 50 seconds of work. For those of you who want to make it a little bit more difficult, you're going to go ahead and add weight. So I'm going to use my bag today, and squats are just the same. So you're going to sit back and squat, driving the hips forward, making sure your core is nice and tight, and that your knees aren't coming in front of your toes, just like always. Second exercise is going to be overhead abs. So for those of you starting out, we're just going to do regular crunches. So I'm going to have you with your knees bent, lay back on the floor, again, crossing your arms over your chest, not behind the neck so that you're not pulling on the neck. And you're just going to crunch up, trying to lift your chest up towards the ceiling and down. A little bit more advanced. You're going to come up and down, up and down. And then for those of you that want to do the overhead abs, you're going to start in the seated position. Go ahead and start in this position. You're going to push this up and then come down, keeping the arms straight, up and down. Again, lifting with the chest. Try and keep your chest up nice and high when you're doing these ab workouts. Third exercise is called orbits. So, for those of you starting out, I'm going to have you do this, but you're going to just do it with a lighter weight. So grab a duffel bag or something with handles so that you can go ahead and do it. And what you're going to do is start with the weight behind your head, and you're going to bring it forward and around, and then alternate the other direction. So you're just going to go around your body. Just like that, back and forth. So again, I don't really have a beginner level for this. So if you're just starting out, like I talked about last time, using soup cans, just maybe put something in a sack, even if it's a grocery sack, you can use that. Just make sure you're not whipping it around and it's hitting you while you're doing the exercise. And finally, fourth exercise is called abs. So for those of you starting out, you can do crunches again, like we were doing before. Otherwise, what I want you to do is you're going to have your knees slightly bent. You're going to sit up, chest is nice and tall, and I'm going to have you do Russian twists. So you're just going to touch on the right, then touch on the left, and alternate back and forth. If you want to make that a little bit more difficult, lift the legs up off the ground. And just alternate back and forth. And finally, if you want to do the abs, you're going to take your sandbag, start with it over your head, and you're just going to touch, up, touch, up. Okay, and again, if you want it more difficult, lift your feet up off the ground and try and keep them off the ground the entire time. Okay? All right, so that's it. Good luck.